Hey guys, it's Becca here with C&G TV out at the 5th anniversary of Oklahoma City's Coffee and Cars. We're going to take a look around at these awesome cars down the road. You guys are the head honchos out here, right?
Yep, we've been putting it together for 5 years now.
5 years now. So how did this start? This obviously wasn't, or I assume it wasn't this large and whenever you guys first kicked it off.
The first show was about 100 cars, and we didn't honestly expect 100, but we started it because we have an investment advisory practice, and we would go to car shows with our clients, and 20 or 30 of us would go to a car show, and we'd all pay $30 or $40 to sit, and we'd spend the whole time polishing, and we wouldn't get to talk and hang out. And we said, you know what, we're smart people, let's just put together a car show that's free and anyone can come to. And we hoped that we could eventually get to 100 cars, and I think we have 1,500 today.
That's awesome. Clearly a lot of people share that appreciation with you guys. Now, what did it take to get this many people here?
Consistency. Like I said, 5 years of same location, doing it the first Saturday of every month and having it rain or shine. There can be ice on the ground, and we have the event no matter what.
And now it's obviously a family environment. What does it take to bring that out here? What kind of people do you guys like to see?
We love families, anyone who appreciates cars.
Hi.
And the love and appreciation for it. We have people who bring their families out. We have people who bring their dogs out. And we just ask that everyone who comes out be respectful and appreciate everyone's automobiles.
Well, I definitely think that vibe you guys have accomplished here. So thank you so much for talking to us. I hope you guys have many more years. Join now with Elliot, and you're regular here.
Yep. Yeah, we come out every month. It's first Saturday of every month, and then today is actually the 5th year anniversary, so you get all walks of life. Classic cars, hot rods, imports, exotics, the whole works.
Now, what car did you bring today?
This one.
Tell me about it.
It's a 2015 Ford Focus ST. It has a sunroof, unlike this black one to my left. Hey, no sunroof on that one, right? Yeah, now it's on YouTube.
Got some ornery friends over here.
I do. Yeah, the one on the right over there, the black shirt and the stripes, he's the one that doesn't have sunroof on his car. Just saying. There we go.
You're welcome.
We do selfies, so.
We can take a selfie.
We totally can.
You got it?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, we're doing this. We're doing this. It wouldn't be Coffee and Cars without a selfie.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Done. It's going on my
Perfect.
page.
Perfect. To prove that you did this awesome interview, thank you again, Elliot.
Exactly.
Thank you again. I'm joined now with Charles, and you've been coming out here for a while, am I right?
For almost 5 years.
For almost 5 years now. Is this the same car you've brought every time?
It is.
Now let's show me. Tell me about it.
It's a 1986 560 SL, a red and Palomino Roadster.
Well, it's gorgeous, and apparently other people across the country agree with me. It's been invited to a few other meets, am I right?
2 years ago, it went to Amelia Island for an invitational Coffee and Cars the day before the concours. 40 SLs around the country were invited, and this was one of the cars that was invited to come.
So now what draw your eye to this red beauty right here?
Well, I've always had an appeal for this body ever since it was released back in the 70s, and so I decided at some point that it was time to do it.
Well, I think you chose a beautiful weekender. Super jealous of it, but thank you again for talking to us, Charles. Hope you have a great weekend.
You too.
This car is a 39 Plymoth Coupe Deluxe. I was a neighbor of the woman who bought it brand new, and she bought it in 1939, and she lived to 107 years old. And when I was little, 11 years old, I tried to buy the car from her with my paper route money, but she wouldn't sell it to me, of course, and she took me for a ride, and I begged her when I was old enough to drive, would she sell me the car? And I separated myself from that town years ago, and I bought the car. I found the car on the internet. One day I was just looking at old cars, and I said, that can't be the 39 Plymouth Mrs. Firth owned. And it turned out she had given the car when she was 95 to her cousin, and he refurbished the car the way you see it today. And I called him up, and I asked him if he would sell me the car. He said, oh, you missed it by 2 weeks. So I said, can you give me the number of the man who bought the car? And he did, and a year later I convinced a man in Maine to sell me the car.
Wow, so it's been through a few hands and finally ended up back where you originally wanted it to be.
This was my dream car when I was a kid. It's the only car I ever wanted, and I bought it to drive it. I drive it as much as I can.
And of course, you got to bring it out here and show it off to everyone, too.
I'm not a car guy. I'm learning a few things from these guys, but I'm enjoying it, and it's a fun place to meet other people.
Thank you very much for telling your story. We appreciate it.
Great.
You got a few challengers out here, right?
Sure do.
Now, do you guys come out here often
Pretty much every month.
to show off all these beautiful black cars?
Yep, we've got 538 members in our Facebook group. Try to do something once a month, come out here once a month, and just have a good time.
So now what draws your eye to that challenger right behind you?
That is mine. No, just a fun car to drive, fast, gets a lot of people's attention. This is a 2015 Challenger Scat Pack RT. It's got a 392 Hemi with the new 8-speed automatic transmission. Factory 12-second car.
It's perfect. It's beautiful. And you shined it all up.
Exactly.
Well, I'll have to keep my eye out for this one. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Well, I hope y'all have a great weekend here. I'm joined now with Jerry, and he's got a pretty cool car right behind us. Can you tell me about it?
It's a 1935 Ford street rod. Yep.
So now I look around, I see a bunch of shiny, newer cars. Yours doesn't really have the same look, does it?
No, it doesn't. A lot of people didn't get too close. One guy even said that he thought he might need a tetanus shot if he got close to it.
Oh, man. I don't think it looks that bad. It's pretty cool, though. Tell me about the difference between this and something you see normally on the streets.
Well, this here, the frame was all custom, the body's custom, the chop top, everything about this is all custom. I hand built this.
How long did that take?
3 years.
3 years, 3 years. Now, how'd you pick the engine?
Built this engine. It's just some hot rod parts laying around. Added a few more things to it. You know, you can never have enough horsepower. So
what brought you out here today?
it's the 5th anniversary of this, and my friends all tell me, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we got out here about 6 o'clock.
Thanks for joining us at the 5th anniversary of Oklahoma City's Coffee and Cars. We hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out more here on Caffeine and Gasoline TV, and always subscribe.